Welcome back to the Developing Others series, where today we're going to deal with the aspect of traveling and the use of the pivot foot when a player receives a ball on the court. But first, let's have a look at the actual rules and the actual article. So if we look at the relevant article that deals with the instance of a player who receives the ball on the court having both feet on the floor, we can immediately see, as you can see on the screen, that the player who catches the ball while standing with both feet on the floor, therefore this player is catching a live ball, the moment that player lifts one foot, the other foot becomes the pivot foot. And if this player then wants to start a dribble, the rules clearly state that the pivot foot that has been established beforehand cannot be lifted before the ball has left the player's hands on the start of a dribble. Let's analyze this play first at normal speed, the referee calling a traveling there. Now let's analyze it in slower speed, the player receiving the ball with both feet on the floor. Now we're going to see that the player has established now the pivot foot. The pivot foot is the left foot here. He's going to move now the right foot, with the left foot being firmly on the ground as the pivot foot. And if the player wants to start a dribble, this pivot foot cannot be lifted until the ball has left the hands for the start of the dribble. Let's see what happens here. And as you could see here, the pivot foot has been lifted with the ball still in the player's hands. And according to the rules, that is clearly a traveling violation correctly called by the referee. Let's see the action all over again. That's the traveling call. And now we see the action all over again. Receive, pivot, travel call. As a second video, we're going to treat the same article, however seeing a slightly different action, where now we're going to see a game action where a player receives the ball at the elbow of the key, and the player then moves her pivot foot before starting the dribble. Let's see here. The pivot foot is established, being her left leg. The player's left leg is the pivot foot. And now we're going to see that the same player moves and lifts her left leg before actually starting the dribble. Let's see it in slow motion and then see the action in normal speed again. Now we're going to see the player raising her left leg. Her right leg is moving here, and now her left leg is lifted, her pivot foot is lifted before the ball has left her hands for the start of the dribble. And that clearly is a traveling violation, which unfortunately was not called in this game. Thanks for watching this video.